September Toronto real estate market. Did the price and transaction volume both go up again? Which property type lead the change? Hi, my name is Priscilla. I'm your real estate broker in GTA. Today, let's together take a look at the newly available Toronto Real Estate Board report. Like in all the previous months, I use two charts. The big one is September's performance, and the smaller one is one more month ahead in August. So when you compare the big one to small one, you see month over month change. Together, we study 5 parameters. Under each one of them, you'll see a percentage change. That's the comparison over same period last year. All right, let's take a look at the mega trend. The most obvious phenomenon is the average sold price across the whole GTA for all property type hit the historical record high of $1,136,000. Not only this is the highest number in history, even comparing with August, we had a huge jump. We increased from last month's 1.07 million to 1.136. That is over $60,000 increase. In August, we bounced back from a slight dip in July and came back to 1.07. And I explained that is due to the severe shortage of supply. Because in August, the active listing number was just over 8,000 units. In an average month, in the past 15 years, in August, the available listing, active listing is about 15,000, 16,000. So that's just half of that number. So the severe shortage of supply lead multiple offer, bidding wars all over the place that push up the sold price. And this trend carried for September. This month, we only have 9,000 properties available for sale, and that is also half of the number over same period last year, last September. So in order to demonstrate the severity of shortage in supply, I pulled out 2019 data. We are looking at the transaction volume over active listing. The reason I use 2019 data is because that is before COVID. We use this as a benchmark to reflect how a normal market is. The red line is the number of transactions, how many units, how many properties are sold in a given month. And the green line is the active listing, how many properties are available for buyers to choose from in a given month. So we can see the supply is around like 12,000 to 20,000, okay? And the transaction of volume range from slightly below 5,000 to 10,000. So any month, you can see it's the number of transactions is about half of the active listing, or you can say any given month, there's a 2 months inventory, because when you divide it, the active listing by the number of transaction, the number, its average is about 2, right? So we call it 2 months inventory. Okay, so now you remember these numbers. Let's go back to take a look at 2021. You would understand what I'm trying to say. This is 2021 number. So immediately, I think you can realize that these two lines for a lot of months, actually starting from May to now, they're combined, right? So basically, how many properties are available to sell is how many properties are sold in that month. The inventory is just about 1 month. So whatever is available, they will be depleted by the buyers. That's one thing. Another trend is if you look at the absolute number, you can see that, for example, in August, we only have slightly over 8,000. Remember the active listing number in 2019, the average is about 15,000, 16,000. Actually, that's also the past 15 years average number for active listing in August. So you see, we only have half of normal market supply. No wonder you'll see something like 10 offers, 20 offers for one properties in August and September, because we really don't have enough for buyers to choose from. Okay, let's go back to the report. So we just established that the supply is really limited. It's very hard for buyers because they simply don't have sufficient supply to choose from. That also explains that the average days on market go back to just 14 days again. In average, many past years, the number, what I can see is about 22, 23 days. So whenever comes down to only about 14 days, it means it only takes less than 2 weeks for a property to be bought away by a buyer. So if you don't act fast, you really don't have too much time to linger, to consider before your target properties is sold. In terms of property type, most obvious in September, you can see the increase come from freehold, particularly detached and semi-detached. For detached, within the city of Toronto, the price went up from 1.67 million to 1.78 million in just 1 month. That's 6% increase. And same thing for semi-detached, it went up from 1.21 million to 1.3. That's 7% increase. So these two, they contributed the most in the price rise in the composite in general GTA price increase. I think one reason to explain why detached and semi-detached contributed the most price increase might be the limited supply of land, because unlike high rise, in one piece of land you can build multiple levels, and the higher you build, the more units you can supply. But with low rise, you cannot really do that. One more property type I want to draw your particular attention is condo apartment. We all know that unlike all those freehold properties, condo apartment is the only property type that did not rise too much comparing with the number before COVID. We just slightly recovered to what we were before COVID and bounced back a little bit over that. For August, the average sold price is 720,000, and this month we had a 3% increase to 744. The recovery of condo apartment only started from February this year. So I really think the price is still friendly, especially if you have actual needs to reside in downtown Toronto, to work, to go to school. So it's still quite friendly comparing with other freehold properties. Okay, so this is pretty much this analysis. If you have any recent purchase plan, please feel welcome to talk to me. I can customize the strategy for you. And if you're looking for properties to buy, I can cater the property search for you to include not just those good ones from MLS, but also some great value off-market properties. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.